Sarah, and I work at Monterey County Free Libraries in the Literacy and Volunteer Services area. Today we are going to do some yoga for Self-Care Sunday, and for the winter season it shall be warm-up yoga. So first, let's just enjoy ourselves being here. Have your scarves get bundled up. I'm going to put a scarf which is doubling as a sort of blanket underneath my hips. I'm sitting crisscross applesauce, and I'm placing the palms of the hands on my thighs. And here I'm going to close my eyes, and we'll take just a few breaths here to center and come into the moment. I'm hearing maybe just a little bit of sort of electronic hums while I'm doing this, but other than that, there's no other sounds, no outside sounds, no other sounds. It's very quiet. All right, while breathing, we are lifting our chest and feeling the rib cage expand, and maybe sitting a little bit taller and feeling like a string pulling us to sit upright. Shoulders are back, and bones are feeling heavy on our cushiony blanket. All right, from here we'll do a few wrist stretches, and that I'll remove my thumb holes. And that is because we may be typing a lot these days, and we may be writing cards at the end of the year, and therefore we may be getting a little bit tight in the wrists. So I'm just making some circles, and I'm going both ways, and for time's sake I am doing them both at the same time. Now that we've gotten some juice flowing into the wrists, maybe we should do this before we write our cards. We'll take the left hand and spread the fingers wide, and then start with the pinky, put the thumb of the opposing hand and then the fingers on top of that thumb, and kind of push it back. Push out with the thumb of the stretching hand and pull down slightly on the pinky finger of the stretching hand also. Moving on to the ring finger. We'll do that again. Stretching through the palm of the hand, fingers separating the thumb and the pinky, and then pulling slightly down on the finger that we're stretching. Then we'll move to the middle finger. All right, stretching out again, and the index or pointer. And then now the thumb is a little bit different. We make a little circle around it with those, and then stretch out through the pinky and pull it back ever so slightly. You want a slight bend in the elbow. And now we'll move on to the other side. Ooh, let's do a little circle before we do. All right, thumb on the first joint, stretching out through the thumb and the pinky finger, feeling it in the palm of the hand and along the wrist here. Next finger, the ring. I just remembered a better name from this is tall man, or tall person, tall finger. And then we're almost done. This is something pretty intense, I think. So, and then again, cupping the thumb and pulling back from thumb all the way to pinky finger. Very nice. We're going to circle it out. How about a couple of these? and then a couple going the other way. And now we're going to practice a little bit a range of motion. So we're going to come, I know, reluctantly, to a lying down position. And you'll lie on one side and you'll have one leg, the bottom leg, bent, the bottom knee bent, and then you'll rest the top leg lengthwise stretched out on top of the other one. And I'm going to get in that position. Here you can have your cozy cushion underneath your head and arms. The only time I don't want you to have that is if you are doing a bridge pose. So here we are, bottom leg bent, top leg stretching out, and we're going to kick or flex the top leg and kick it forward, and then point and bring it back. Kick forward, point back. Kick forward, point back. Kick forward, point back. Kick the leg forward and point back again. Maybe one more. Kicking forward and pointing and pulling it back. Nice. All right, now I'm going to scooch around, and you can too, or you can just turn over, but I don't want to turn my back. Once again, finding a comfortable lying down position, rest the head on the bottom arm, and we can again stretch out that top leg and kicking forward, pointing back. Kicking forward, pointing back. Remember, this bottom leg is bent. Kicking forward, pointing back. Kicking forward, pointing back. Kicking forward, pointing back. Very nice. I'm going to rest the leg on the top. And now we're going to come to a standing position. And here is where we will do our breath work today. Here we are in a standing position, and we will center. Go ahead and roll those shoulders back. And then this time we're going to find a stance just a tad bit wider than hip width. And my scarf is giving you a nice indicator. So slight bend in the knees so as not to lock the knees, and then just rock back and forth and find kind of your center. And then we're going to have the arms be really loosey-goosey, and we're doing a breath that is going to build some heat in us for these winter temperatures. So the way we're going to do it is we turn and exhale, and then inhale at the center. And the arms are going to be loose. Turn, inhale, turn, inhale, turn. And alternately, you can just smooth it out and keep that bend in the knees and keep the body stable. You can just let the arms go loose and breathe smoothly and evenly. The reason it's difficult to breathe while we are twisting is because as we are breathing in, the ribs are expanding in order to make room for the breath, and also they are moving if we are twisting in the opposite direction. So it makes it difficult to breathe and move at the same time. After you've done this for a minute, you can come to a stillness. Breathe in again. You may feel the heart rate having gone up and a little bit of heat in the body. You can do it for another minute again. Maybe just turn, exhale, inhale, turn, exhale, inhale. Keeping the breath smooth and even and not hitting anything that's at your sides. There we go. And I've hit everything around my sides. And then coming to stillness again, we'll rock back and forward. And now, since I have you standing and since it is winter and we appreciate the trees, let's do a little tree pose. So from here, rocking back and forth on the feet and maybe closing up that stance a little bit so that each foot is underneath each hip socket. We'll take the balance and bring up the left foot. First it's on the calf, then knee, and then maybe finding the thigh. Press into the thigh with the foot and press out with the thigh at the same time. And then from here, if you're comfortable and you're feeling steady, you can make some branches. You can come to a prayer. It can be a spooky tree, whoops, and lose your balance. Very nice. We'll walk the foot back down and then shake it out again. We're shaking it out a lot today. And then find that square stance again, each foot under each hip, under each lung actually. And once we feel steady on that left foot, we'll lift the right. And again, we're starting at the ankle, maybe the calf, walking it up and pressing the foot into the thigh and the thigh also into the foot. Reaching up. You might find you have more stability on one side, as you can see I do. Making some branches, woo, being a spooky tree, and then finding center if you wish. Woo! All right, I fell out. You may or may not fall out as well. Let's come down organizedly from that. All right, so walking the foot back down. Very nice. All right, I will meet you on the ground again. We're going to sit one more time and feel grateful that we're here and say goodbye. Now I'm going to bring my blanket underneath my hips again. Is the heart rate still going? How do we feel? All right, hands on the thighs, closing the eyes and remembering the little movements that we did today, feeling very grateful that we made the time to do so. We took care of ourselves and bringing the hands together and the thumbs touch the chest, feeling a nice little stretch there in the arms. And thank you for practicing with me, and I look forward to seeing you again on our YouTube. Bye-bye.